Welcome to the Unsettled Archive. If you enjoy curious knowledge and unusual subjects, then this quiz is for you. This week's quiz: rules for interacting with the fair folk. Let's see what you know. Why was thanking the fair folk directly considered a mistake? It implied a debt was settled and could end protection. What commonly happened to humans who consumed fairy food? They became trapped or lost in time. What should you never give to a fairy? Your name. What material was believed to repel or weaken the fair folk? Iron. What state should the iron be in? Cold. What did iron do to fairy magic? Disrupted it. Why were iron objects placed near infants? To prevent fairy abduction. What household object doubled as fairy protection when hung above doors? A horseshoe. What should you never follow in the woods when it comes to fairies? Lights, music, or voices? What would happen if you followed them in the woods? You might vanish, change, or never return. What kind of offerings should you leave for fairies? Milk, bread, or butter? How should you leave offerings for fairies? Silently. Why were offerings left quietly and without witnesses? Washing was seen as disrespectful or greedy. What type of promise to the fair folk was considered binding, even if spoke casually? Any spoken agreement or vow. Why was speaking disrespectfully about the fair folk considered dangerous? It attracted their attention or retaliation. What belief warned against taking gifts from the fair folk? They often came with hidden consequences. What was believed to happen to time in the fairy realm? It moved differently than human time. Why were fairy encounters often associated with twilight or dawn? These were considered liminal times. What warning was given about dancing with the fair folk? It could trap you until death. What natural features were believed to belong to the fair folk? Mounds, hills, trees, and paths. What belief warned against sitting on certain hills or mounds? They were entrances to the fairy realm. What term describes a fairy replacement left in place of a human child? Changeling. Who is believed to be most vulnerable to fairy abduction? Infants and new mothers. What behavior was believed to reveal a changeling? Unnatural behavior or speech. What rule, if broken, was said to have no remedy? Accepting fairy food. How did you do? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, for more curated curiosities, you know where to find them, right here on the Unsettled Archive.